Well, hello. We are here with Dr. Jacqueline Quinless, and she's an instructor for the Associate of Arts in Pre-Social Work at Camosun College. Thank you, Doctor, for doing this interview. And I hope that this gathering with you can expand the horizons for our international students that are aiming to come to Camosun College. So I want to start asking you, what is pre-social work? What can students make in their mind and say, okay, I want to go and this is pre-social work. This is for me. What can they expect?
Okay, that's a great question. Well, first of all, thank you so much for having me this afternoon and for your time and thoughtful engagement around the pre-social work program, and which is actually part of the Associate of Arts degree at Camosun College. And so the main scope of the pre-social work program is really to help students develop critical social work skills that are very much in line with developing a professional portfolio. So getting ready to move into a social work program at one of the universities as they move through the pre-social work degree at Camosun really prepares them for their further teachings and learnings in social work programs if they wish to go in that direction. But it can also be a complement to the work that they're currently involved in. So if they happen to be involved in frontline work, working for nonprofits, or maybe a women's health organization or an Indigenous community, it will really give them a lot of teachings that they can apply in their daily learning.
Okay, thank you for clarifying that. I think they have several options to choose from, right?
They do. There's many different career trajectories that you can take in the pre-social work program. So our courses, particularly the first introductory 211 class, which is an introduction to social work, really focuses on like a survey of all of those different areas. So it can be international interest. So if people are coming, let's say, from other countries, and they have specific issues they want to incorporate, they can do that. If some people are wanting to work with children, there's that option. Women, LGBTQ groups, whatever their sort of interests are, these courses are amazing and really complement the whole kind of field and complexity of the field of social work.
And I hear you that obviously seeing these several options, I'm thinking our students are able to successfully work part-time and study full-time? Would that be possible?
Yeah, that's an excellent question. So yes, absolutely. We have a lot of different options. So we have in-person course offerings, which can be throughout the day. I have also made it a point to offer night classes because I know that many students do actually work during the day. And so it gives them an option to balance out their workload with additional post-secondary learning. So definitely you can be working full-time and taking the classes either in the evenings or even online. So I have a completely, it's called asynchronous class, which is online learning. So you can kind of move along the course at a self-regulated or self-paced flow. And that just actually provides support if you're working full-time or part-time. So really both of those options are available.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. I heard you said previously that they will have the opportunity to work in a nonprofit companies. Are these nonprofit also in the co-op work term that the student can take?
Yeah, that's an excellent question. So we have been working, and I've been specifically working with our colleagues at the college in the co-op program. And so we have had students in the social work program who are actually working in non-for-profits and also in government organizations and departments through the pre-social work program. So they're actually getting direct applied experience as we move through the courses. And I must say, I'm having a student come on the 28th of September for a class presentation to the other students about his experience working in co-op. So we're all very excited to hear about his learnings and things that he can offer to the class as well about his direct experience working in government.
Wow, I think that class, it's going to be very enlightening for everyone.
It is. We're all really delighted, and that is his final project, is to teach the class and to share his knowledge with the class about, again, those things that he has been experiencing, and also what we're learning in the classroom and how that can be directly applied to a work environment.
Thank you so much. Moving along, I want to ask you a few questions regarding like what's a typical size class, the ratio between international and domestic students, the average age. Can you tell us a little bit about this?
Oh yeah, and the classes are just so warm and inviting. Our typical class size, and this is what I like about Camosun, is that we have smaller classes. So there's really that opportunity for knowledge exchanging with classmates and then also with your professor. So our classes are always waitlisted. So there's a lot of interest in students who want to take the class. And the classes in size would vary from about 35 to 40 people. So still quite small. And in terms of international students, we're seeing more and more international students taking the pre-social work program. So right now I've got, 4 students from Colombia. I have 3 students from Mexico in the classroom. So while it's not an even 50-50 split in terms of ratio, we are seeing more and more international students in our courses. And then in terms of the age range, it really varies. I would say that I tend to notice many mature students coming back to the pre-social work program to get their Associate of Arts degree. And so they can already have families. They may be working in different kind of sectors already around fields that are related to social work. And so they could be anywhere from 35 to 40. But we also have recent high school graduates as well. So people coming out of high school who are really keenly interested in working in the service field. And so they're also taking the classes.
I think that's very nice because I think the mix in different ages makes a very rich environment to learn from the elder and the younger perspectives and different views. So I think that's very nice, actually. Well, and as you say, well, taking account that there's some more and more interested from international students, can we go and pinpoint jobs options?
Yeah.
I think that's a very interesting point for international students. Most of them always ask us, what's the most popular job I'm going to be able to do after graduation? Or could you give me a potential names of employers? And well, what better than you, doctor, that are in the faculty of pre-social? Maybe you could share a bit of this.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a great question. And that's really what is at the heart of this is people will ask, what can I do, with this degree, and what kind of job can I secure, and what are the salary ranges, for example? So from my observations, I've noticed kind of 2 different streams. The first is people who take the Associate of Arts degree, the pre-social work program at Camosun, will often get so interested in the material that they want to continue on and actually get a degree in social work. So they'll move over to another university at different places in Canada and start studying more on a full-time basis. So that's one trajectory. The other is people will then take their associate arts degree and start working in organizations in government. So that is one place that a lot of our students will go. The other is the nonprofit sector. So working, for example, in women's shelters or perhaps in youth centers, community organizations and different kind of recreation centers where there's a real need for people with more formal education in social work issues that can work in those environments. And the salary ranges tend to vary. So they can be around anywhere from 55,000 to 60,000 within the first year of work. So those are some sort of background types of salary ranges and jobs where people tend to congregate most often after they get the Associate of Arts degree.
Well, thank you very much for sharing this with us. And I want to end this gathering by asking you, can you describe pre-social work with 3 words?
That is a tough one, but a really important question. So I would say it's innovative, it's applied, and it's experiential. And so experiential meaning that you really get a feeling for what it feels like to work in that area by the way in which our courses are organized. So the way that they're structured, meaning.
Doctor, thank you very much for your time and for all the knowledge that you are bringing right now into the table and the website, because as you know, this is gonna be uploaded. So thank you very much for your time and hope to see you soon.
Thank you so much. It was a pleasure to talk with you today. Bye now.
Bye.